When I was a teenager, my parents and I moved from California to a secluded part of North Idaho. They had just retired and built their dream home way out in the backcountry. No neighbors, just trees, miles and miles of dense forest behind us, part of a national park and logging territory. The house was insane. 2 stories, gym, pool room, full bar, even a legit home theater in the basement. It was the kind of place people fantasize about. Private, peaceful, safe, or at least, it felt that way at first. I was dating this girl from high school back then. One night, my parents went into town for dinner, and I invited her over to hang out and watch a movie. No one else was around. I cracked open a beer. I was underage, yeah, but figured, who cares? And we headed down to the movie room. We threw on Gladiator. Everything felt normal. Until it didn't. My heartbeat spiked. I suddenly felt watched. It didn't make sense. I couldn't see anything. But every part of me was screaming, something's not right. There were big, uncovered windows behind us. Total blackness outside. And even though I tried to focus on the movie, I just couldn't. We still got a little flirty, like teenage couples do, but my brain kept drifting to that forest. That darkness, that feeling. After the movie ended, I walked her upstairs and out to her car. The whole house was quiet again. She drove off into the night, and I turned back to go inside when I remembered I'd left the basement lights on. So I went back down, flipped off the theater lights, and that's when I saw him. A man, dirty, wild hair, ripped jacket. His face was twisted. He was smiling. A huge, frozen smile with these wide, unblinking eyes, and in his hand, a knife. He was gently tapping it on the glass. Tap, 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 tap. At first, I thought I was imagining it. I didn't scream, didn't breathe, just backed into the bar room. That room had a sliding glass door, which also faced the woods. I turned off the lights and turned around, and he was there too. He'd moved from the window to the door, still grinning, still tapping, less than a foot away. Right then, my parents walked through the front door. I didn't even say hello. Just told them, I think I need to go to the psych ward or something. I swear I saw a guy outside with a knife. My mom went pale. My dad's face tightened. He didn't say a word, just went straight to the gun safe, grabbed his rifle, stormed outside. I asked my mom what was going on. She said, there've been break-ins around here. A guy walking through the woods, trying to get into homes. What you just described, that's him. The cops were called. They searched the property, found nothing, no footprints, no broken windows, just cold, empty woods. That should have been the end of it. But that night, as I tried to sleep, I heard it again. Tap, tap, tap. My bedroom was right above the movie room. It sounded like metal, tapping on glass. I tried to convince myself it was nothing. It happened again and again, for weeks. Sometimes I'd wake up at 3 a.m. and hear it faintly. Sometimes it stopped. Other times, I thought I heard footsteps on the roof. I looked out the windows, but never saw anything. Still, I knew he was watching me. Then winter came. My parents had to leave town for a few days, but they were nervous. Before they left, they handed me a shotgun, just in case. We also had a Rottweiler, sweetest dog ever. But if he barked, you knew something was wrong. One night, I heard crunching outside, slow, heavy footsteps in the snow. The dog stood up, growled deep. Then he barked, loud, furious, right at the front door. And then came the knock, slow, hollow, taunting. I didn't move, didn't speak, just sat there, shotgun in my lap, blinds drawn, dog snarling. When morning came, I finally stepped outside. My stomach dropped. Footprints, human footprints. They circled the entire house, stopping at every window. Like someone had been looking in, trying to find me. I followed them into the forest, maybe half a mile. Then they started looping, zigzagging, like whoever made them knew I'd follow, and didn't want to be found. I turned back. Something told me I shouldn't keep going. That night, the tapping came back, louder, closer, I couldn't take it anymore. I unlocked the upstairs door, stepped out onto the second-story deck, and flipped on the floodlights. There he was. Same man, same eyes, same knife, still smiling, like he'd never left. I aimed the shotgun. "If you don't leave, I'll put one through you." He didn't flinch, didn't blink, just stared. So I fired into the air. He staggered, took a step back, then turned, still staring, and slowly walked into the woods. I ran, threw open the back door, let the dog loose. He exploded into the forest, barking, growling. I'd never seen him like that. He had a shock collar, so he couldn't go far. But I like to think he chased that guy off for good, because after that night, I never saw him again.